sun. We have a low sun. We have a low sun right in my eyes. Could this be a case for the sun hat? I'm going to give it a go and see. Morning. There's been a little bit of rain the last couple of days, so it's turned into a bit of a mess. It's a very short one as well, by the way. It's another one of these tiny little half-mile cruisers, but I met up with Kevin yesterday. The boater I was next to at Brinklow, really nice guy. I've got a stop on the way. This thing, it's a half-mile cruise, but I've got a stop on the way at Clifton Cruises for coal, and that's going to be interesting because they've got no space, actual wharf space. I phoned them up and said, you know, where do I park? And the guy said, tie up alongside one of our hire boats. So, what I started to say, and didn't finish, was that this place is called Brownsover. And what Kevin was telling me, you know, he spent a few seasons in this area. He was telling me that it's known to be one of the rougher areas, possibly the roughest area of Rugby, to the point that he said he wouldn't really bother stopping here generally. If he had an alternative, he would take it. I've got to say, I haven't heard anything, but of course the yobs are going to be put off by the mud. Once it gets like this, I don't think they're as inclined to their shenanigans. Okay, I think we're good to go. Yeah. So let's get back into neutral. No, I forgot my actual gloves. They're in the rucksack. I can't be bothered for a half-hour cruise. I'm not going to bother. I'm just going to carry on. It's about half a mile, so it's probably not going to go too fast. But it looks, I must admit, to me it looks sort of fine. I couldn't see a problem with it at all. But you know, look, you got to respect local knowledge. And Kevin knows the area, and he knows loads of local boaters and stuff, so he reckons it's a little bit naughty. Probably worse in the summer. Right, we're past that boat. Let's sort of crack on. A boat went past yesterday. I saw them moored up at Rugby. Must have been doing 4 miles an hour, I would say. Mind you, again, you know, I don't like it, but I get it because you got shorter cruising times in the winter, so you've got to kind of get a move on a little bit. But it makes you very unpopular with some of the boaters. I remember being stood with my old mate Jimmy up on the Llangollen near Whitchurch, and a boat was approaching, and he stood on the edge of his boat and stared. Gave the approaching boat, you know, his most cruel stare, basically waiting to kick off, waiting to have a go, watching the speed of the other boat. And some of them are like that. And I've been frowned at once or twice when I've not realised, you know. I never do it on purpose. Unless it's someone who went past me at ridiculous speed, like the day before, and I recognise the boat, and then I'll go past them. I'll speed up for them. But that's very rare. Usually the speedsters are gone. But anywho, enough of my tales of petty retribution. Is it retribution if it's petty? Doesn't sound like the right word, does it? Anyway, this is a short one. The guy said just pull up and someone will see you in the office and come out and give you a hand. So I don't know how this is going to go, really. I don't want to sort of block the cut. Do you know what I mean? Like Kevin said to me yesterday, someone tied up there. He saw a few days ago, because he's down near that spot. Someone pulled up and sort of temporarily blocked the canal. But it's so quiet in winter that it's sort of okay. I feel like we're probably not far from our destination. Trying out this new microphone thing. I don't know what it's going to do. And I think Clifton, right, there's a winding hole. Yeah, there's a third of a mile winding hole, and then Clifton Cruises. I'm going to slow down. Say near a fifth of a mile. And it's one of those things where you need to sort of suss it out on the approach and pick the right spot to pull over. I've got to get coal, this is the thing. I've kind of got no choice. I've got one bag left in the front, most of a bag, and this little tiny bag here, which is like a day's worth. And it's rubbish coal as well, by the way, from Tesco. I mean, it burns, but loads of ash. Anyway, you know, you make do, don't you? Let's be honest. The fuel boat is stuck behind a fallen tree back north, somewhere near Brinklow, so I can't get, you know, the normal supply. So this must be the winding hole. So these are just moorings at the moment. No, this is Clifton Cruises. Here's a sign. Is this Clifton Cruises? There's some kind of an arm. Some kind of an arm going down there. This has got to be Clifton because they're double moored here. My thing, see, I can't see how they're going to get the coal onto the middle of my roof. That's normally where it goes, up there in the centre of the roof. So I've got to pull up alongside one of these boats here. Right. Open 7 days a week, the lounge. I want the offices. Okay. So I'm just going to stop. Yeah, I'm going to try and pick up some coal from Clifton Cruises. Where's the office, do you know? Oh, are you? Right. So can I stop alongside this guy? You can. Just here? Is it just coal you want? Well, I need fuel, but I believe you've run out. You've run out. Oh no, I could do with a gas bottle, but what I'll do, right, I'll come back next Tuesday. You're getting a delivery next week. Yeah. So I'll come back next week for the fuel and I'll get the gas bottle then. You know more than me. So yeah, I'm thinking 6 bags because I'll get a chance to pick up a bit more. Well, I'm heading down to Milton Keynes and I don't know what's going to be available. So I'm just thinking, right, where's the best place for me to stop? So what I'll do is I'll tie my stern line onto this boat. So I'm going to... Okay, yeah. Is that okay? Yeah, that'll do for now. Where would you like them? Well, what I normally do is I stick them on the roof, but I don't know how we're going to do that. So if you give them to me on the stern here, I'll just sort of put them here for now. I'll do that later. There's no way we can get them onto the roof now, is there? Unless you can put them on the roof there and I transfer them. Do that? Bit sketchy, but we'll give it a go. So what I'm going to do, for a bit of security, I'm going to tie myself on to this hire boat at the back here. And I think I might as well. What I'll do, I'm just going to tie on loosely at the back, make sure I don't drift too far. So yeah, that looks good. Although if I throw you my centre line, that might be simpler, mightn't it? Just one rope, because I'm only going to be here. Hello, mate. There we go. Oh, sorry. Yeah, because I'm going to have to pop in the office and pay you as well. So will one rope will do, will it? While we do that, there's not a lot of boat traffic, so. Have you come for the spectacle? So yeah, you come up for a stroll, come up to laugh at my shenanigans. Well, not fantastically was the answer, but sorted now. I came through, I was quite slow through there, thinking it was back there. You see a sign, and I nearly got blown into a couple of more boats as I was just going slow. So I sort of gunned it. Anyway, different story. That didn't happen, so that's the main thing. I'm just going to throw these on the roof, and this one, the lady's given me 4. Apparently they're going to get fuel next week, the guy said. So, well, I got 10 litres. I had a bit left, so I got 10 litres, but I'm not going to get far. I'm going to have to fill up. No two ways about it. But this is the coal sorted, so that's one thing. There we go. Thank you very much, madam. You're as strong as an ox, madam. I wish I was. There we go. So, the 25, yeah. I must admit, I do prefer the 20s. Just because you can throw them around a bit more, can't you? You don't have to be like Arnold Schwarzenegger to. Well, you can have one of mine, but you can only sell 4 at the moment. But you can take one of mine, because I was going to ask, sorry, when are you getting your next delivery of coal as well? Do you know?
Probably won't be till after Christmas now.
Okay, so that's okay. It's a couple of weeks. That's fine. So yeah, Kev, it's a couple of weeks. It's after Christmas. So if you want, you can take one of mine. There's 3 will see me through Christmas, no problem. Yeah. Right, so just, I'll follow you in. Where are we? Just in the little wooden, brilliant. Oh, double doors, right, got you. I shall be in directly, madam. Right. I think I'm going to try and get near the bridge, Kevin, I think. You know, for the bike to get to the shops and stuff. Plus you won't have to put up with my snoring then. Right, I'm just going to go and pay, and I'll be out in a sec. Is there a gate? Is this it?
That's 88 million, please.
88 of your English pounds. More than fair. So yeah, I believe I spoke to the other gentleman, and he said, because I was saying I need fuel. Yeah, he said we should be getting a delivery on Tuesday. Yeah.
It's just been manic this week. He was supposed to have ordered it yesterday.
Oh.
And then with everything that went on yesterday, we forgot, and it wasn't until about 9 o'clock last night. And I texted him. I said,
yeah, no worries. I'll hang on for a few days. I'll give it till Monday, and I'll give you a quick call. I'm only going to moor, to be honest. I'm just going to moor past Bridge 66. I'll give you a tinkle, see how the fuel's looking. If it's looking good, I'll wait till, I can give it a few more days. Are you open sort of like Boxing Day or?
No, we're shut Christmas Day
and Boxing Day. So the day after that?
Yeah.
That's all right, so I can wait for that.
We're on 10 till 2.
Right, that's no problem.
Somebody will be about
Yeah, so day after Boxing Day is when we'll get it. If it's been delivered.
Yes.
Fantastic, well thanks very much for your help, much appreciated.
You're very welcome.
And hopefully I'll see you soon.
Okay.
Cheers, bye now. Right. I think Kevin's gone. Right, here's the gate. Right. So this is me, professionally tied off, cleats and everything going on here. So I do admire people who know how to tie knots properly. The right knot for the right occasion, so to speak. So Kevin's buggered off. There we go. So just lead the rope back over these two boats, like so. Well, this boat, and onto mine, which is no longer tethered, because this is the rope that was holding it. So I think I'm going to have to give myself a shove out at the front. There's no way I'm going to be able to steer sharp enough out to clear that boat in front. So I think what I'll do is I'll pull the back end in, and it doesn't want to come in, but I'll pull it in and I'll go forward and push the front end out and hope that there are no boats coming from the front. There we go. My steps on as well. Not done this very smartly. Could have walked along the other boat. Anyway, there we go. What you must not do is let your own boat get too far out. So time to moor up now. So I've got coal, so that's good. Coal is the real pain, I'll be honest, because it's so heavy. I mean, I got half a dozen of those, 4 of those small bags from Tesco, and I was bathed in sweat by the time I got back to the boat. About 600 yards on a trolley, and I was like, bloody hell, up a slope as well. So coal is the thing that's actually hardest to transport. So I've got four big bags. I'll probably give one to Kevin because he's run out. She said she'd give me 4, so she may have had more than 4, but she's anyway. Kevin's up ahead. There he is. He's waiting by the bridge. That's the first bridge. Right, so I slightly grazed that Clifton Cruiser's hire boat as I went past, but only slightly, because I'm trying to go slow, you see, and put this camera away. And we need to focus on steering the bloody boat. We've got some houses up there on the left, but it looks more sort of cottagey, or at least doesn't look scallywaggish. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't look like a housing estate type situation, so that's nice. Not much evidence of housing on the right, and I'll tell you something as well, by the way. Now that we are through this, into this little stretch, and there's no trees, that wind is gusting a bit now. So I'm gonna, right, there's, okay, so what Kevin said was, he said after bridge 66, which is this, 66A, which is behind me, after this bridge, there's a stretch of Armco, and here it is up ahead. There's a boat, and he said then there's a big space. The towpath, let's have a towpath check, doesn't look that great, but a couple of sketchy sections to be fair, but you know, it's a short ride. Right, here we are. Yeah, it's not a brilliant towpath, but it's not too far to get to the road, so I can do that. Right, so what we've got a boat, and then we've got a gap, and there's Kevin in the gap. So I'm going to take some speed off. I'm going to try and nose in. What a cracking spot. Quite a good entry actually. You'd think I knew what I was doing, which as we all know is not the case. There we go. I'm going to slow down a bit. Kev, could you grab the centre line for me, mate? Oh, nice one. There we go. Might make life a tad easier. Oh, this is muddy, isn't it?
Yeah, you just want to come down a little bit. You get the sun as well. It's on the canal.
Oh, right, yeah, yeah. What I should do is I feel like I should leave a gap either in front of me or behind so another boat can fit in.
You don't want to be right there, do you?
Yeah, so you reckon
Just down a little bit.
come forward? Yeah, okay. I'll grab that stern rope. Whoop. Rope in the mud. But it looks a nice spot, doesn't it, Kev? Yeah, it looks nice and quiet, which is nice. I love this hook, you know, Kev, honestly, brilliant. Isn't it clever? Hey, not just a pretty face, mate. Usually I'm kneeling down in the mud, and this way I can stay civilised. I could go to a dinner party, no one would know. They do, looks like they do breakfast in that, yeah. Looks all right as well, you know. Yeah, yeah. Well, it's about culture, isn't it, you know. I'm all about the culture. Oh. I'll tell you what, you're an excellent mooring assistant.
It pulled me, I was slipped because the towpath was muddy, so it pulled me off. I was on my backside and it was pulling me along and the boat wouldn't stop. Bang.
Did he come out or?
No, and they were on, but they never came out. And that was just...
Because you always think, don't you? Oh God, they're going to come out now. They're going to have a right go, you know. But I didn't get my hair cut. Got it. You can tell. Like, I got it cut in Hinckley, and I think the young lad thought he was doing me a favour, making it trendy, and it was just awful. And it's just, I look like a homeless person now. I think I probably mostly do anyway, to be fair, but just disaster. Listen to me, the coiffure boater. Boaters don't give a monkeys about the hair, do they? Let's be honest. So yeah, Kev, you can have one of these if you want, mate.
Well,
I've got a little 10 kg one.
We'll see how we get on. I don't want to take it off you now, but
okay.
Because I have got enough for a couple. It just depends how cold it gets and how much I use, you know.
Yeah.
You know me, I don't have much during the day.
No. Oh, I'd forgotten what a macho man you were. I forgot all about that. We were up at Brinklow and it was like snow on the ground, and I'm like, you haven't switched it? Nah, I haven't switched it on yet.
Been doing it. Hey, what? Hey, Toby, look, Toby, push.
Oh shit. What's he doing? What's he doing? He might need a hand with a rope to pull him back. Yeah. Kevin's just pointed out behind me. That boat's just approached the bend towards us and ploughed straight into the bank. He's not a hire boat either, he's not like a novice. I wonder, is he okay? Oh, he's turning, he's gone in there on purpose because he's a small boat. Ha ha ha, method in the madness. He obviously has his boat length judged so precisely. He knows he needs to go into the bank with a little bit of speed to get his bow in, you know, so his stern will swing around. Turning round. Yeah. I was like, you? What? Because if it was a hire boat, I'd be like, oh yeah, absolutely, you know, a mad hire boater. Yeah. But you know,